Certainly, it is a jump, but I think it's also really catching up from a long time.
The Council Resourcing Review Task Force will recommend significant increases to City Councillor pay and expenses for the next term of council. They're currently paid London's median full-time employment income, which will be almost $71,000 come November 2026. But the task force recommends a 33% raise to more than $94,000 a year, equal to the 70th percentile. A previous task force had defined city councillor as a full-time role, but several still own businesses or work external jobs. This task force suggests, quote, the expectation that a councillor's role constitutes full-time service be clarified and reinforced in council documents, but admit there's no way to require full-time hours from a councillor.
Cementing that as the full-time council role, that's the expectation should be there, and so commensurate salary to that point. And also, I think, we've seen a lot from the comparator municipalities. Some of them are even beyond where that salary is right now.
Base pay would be boosted an additional 4% for standing committee chairs and 8% for the deputy mayor and budget chair positions, which would end up topping $100,000. No pay raise is recommended for the role of mayor. Updated census figures for full-time employment income are expected in the fall of 2027. The task force recommends that trigger an automatic change to councillors' base pay, and if the economy were to slow, that could potentially mean their pay would go down.
If you're in a role that's serving the constituents of your community and the community is not doing as well, I think it's fair that then potentially goes down. But if the community is doing well, there is the other side of it that it could go up.
Acknowledging rising costs and workload, the current $13,500 general expense account is recommended to become a $10,000 general expense account, plus a new dedicated $15,000 account to retain a part-time assistant.
Obviously, it's an increase in the expenditures, and that's something that council will decide or not if they're interested in. But I think really what it is it's looking at how can they best serve their constituents.
On October 3rd, the task force will finalize its recommendations. Then it will be up to City Council to decide if any changes are made to next term's pay and expenses. Daryl, Newcombe, CTV News.